The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker of Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. This is the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we talk real estate. I'm in today with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you?
Jolly. How does that sound? How are you?
I'm jolly also.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Good for you. And we are here today with our producer extraordinaire,
Hi.
D.C. Taylor.
Yes. Good
Thank
morning.
you for joining our conversation.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, it is a certainly appropriate time to be jolly. This December, it's December 21st. It's Christmas coming up this week.
Yes. 4 days away, and I just cannot wait. How about you, Pat?
Well, I got my Christmas present. I'm doing good.
Oh, yes, you are. You did.
Yeah,
I got an early Christmas
about a month and a half ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I have no response to that. We're here every weekend where we talk real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with exceptional realtors that have been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and take a look at Dunmore Corners, and you can see if it's snowing, if it's raining, what's going on.
View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly jruddy.com. That's jruddy.com, where we also have all the popular podcast apps that we feature this radio show on. And don't forget to check us out on social media. Speaking of your Christmas present,
Yes.
are you all situated with your presents that you
absolutely.
purchased and wrapped for everyone else?
Oh, you know I am.
You don't go. You're not one of these people that go out on the 24th.
Not
are
me,
you?
or go to Amazon or something like that. No.
Some people work best under pressure, so they wait until like 3:00 on the 24th or something like that.
Yeah, go to the mall, or
Yeah.
is that like a thing? Is that like a thing of the past, DC, or is it people? The mall's still a
Yeah, there's still quite a few stores there that people
big
people go
store, like
yeah,
like
sure.
Boscov's. I know people who love Boscov's.
Yeah, if you're selling
J.C. Penney.
Yeah,
Macy's.
selling just the right things. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, I'm not one for crowds, but remember back in November, we took a drive on a Sunday afternoon, not on a morning, and went out to the crossings. I don't think it's called the crossings anymore.
Oh, the one in Tannersville.
outlets,
Right,
the
right.
Tannersville
Yep.
outlets. And there was not a parking spot to be had in any of their lots.
Right, and that was before Thanksgiving.
Much before,
Yeah.
3 weeks before Thanksgiving. And I thought, we're going to have the place to ourselves.
Yeah.
The buses that they bus in from Jersey and New York will probably be gone by the time we get there.
Right.
I was fooling myself, as I often do when I have to work myself up to one of those situations. I like the local mom and pop stores, the smaller stores locally. I like to, give them business and help our local economy. But sometimes you have to go out to those malls.
Right,
They're a necessary evil.
Right, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, and I got to the mall, to the crossings down there, and I looked around. I said, "All those damn New Yorkers are coming up here."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what the locals say.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, I know.
Yes. And they find themselves down by the Viewmont Mall in downtown at the Steamtown
Yeah, I
Mall.
know.
You see those plates every so often.
Yeah, most
they
of them.
found us.
Yeah.
How about the time I was walking through Price Chopper? Now, this is going back how many years? And I saw a fireman from New York walking through the aisles, and a lot of times the people from out of the area would say, now this was before they had that wine and spirits area, before they were selling alcohol, and they'd say, well, where's the alcohol in this store? I can't find it.
Oh yeah, that's all the New Yorkers, right?
Yeah.
Right. They want to know where the beer is.
Yeah. No beer in the supermarkets. Not at that time.
Not at that time. But, Pat, I'm wondering, did anyone get crossed off your Christmas list because you brought up politics at the Thanksgiving table.
They got crossed off before that. No, I don't do that.
No, our family, I have to say, they use most of our family, my side, votes one way.
They're very diverse.
And so, you would be considered in the minority. I'm not going to share where I would land in that mix, but you would be the minority of how my family votes, right? But we don't talk about it.
Nope.
Even our son.
Nope.
Right? He was the first presidential election.
Yeah.
And I like to ask a lot of questions. It's always been who I am in life, DC.
Sure.
I'll swear to that.
And so, if he wants to share something, I'll ask him, his point of view, because I'd like to understand it, whether I agree with it or not, right? And so even my mother, I didn't ask, nor did she ask me who I vote for. So, but there's other families out there, they're at each other's throats. People are cutting people off. And then on social media, I saw, after the election, people were leaving people over their votes.
Of course, leaving relationships, marriages, withholding certain things in relationships. They were promising for the next.
You take a step back and you think to myself, have people completely lost their minds over this?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to sound old or anything, but I seem to remember back before we all had a little keyboard in our hand that my vote was my business and my business only.
I would like to know why people think it's their right, or I guess it's. But why does everybody have to put everything out there?
Well, my dad, God rest his soul, till the day he died, he broke my chops, and he told me, because I voted for Ross Perot, I got Bill Clinton elected. I said, Dad, my, and I just because you got him elected.
That one vote.
That one vote. I'm a very powerful guy. Right. Really, my vote would have changed everything.
And at that time, you were a resident of New York.
Yes.
Which always voted what way?
Blue.
Okay, right. But he couldn't.
Yes.
He couldn't help himself.
No, he couldn't. He just loved it.
But it wasn't mean spirit.
No. It was funny.
Oh, people want to disassociate themselves from holiday gatherings. You're gonna pay. You're gonna suffer. I see it in my workplace. Do you know there's somebody that works in our office that attributes this whole political, what do you want to call it? Atmosphere that attributes it and blames one person. I'm not going to name who that person is, but it's a rather large political figure, and faults that one person, and that's the reason why everybody's at each other's throats. That's not it. I believe it's social media.
Yeah, I agree. Social media. Yeah, of course.
Were we like this before social media?
Yeah, I feel like we were not. I don't know. Maybe that's a what is it? Maybe it's a revisionist history thing. I don't know. Maybe we just. I mean, people did put up yard signs and things, going back, years, hundreds of years or whatever. But I don't know.
You didn't debate it on the front lawn.
No, that true. Good point. Yep.
Yeah, we don't have any political signs on our yard. We don't do that. We don't want anybody to know. My vote is none of your business, unless you're my father. But it's none of your business.
I would never dream of. I'm a business owner, and somewhat of a leader and motivator and influencer in our workplace. So I would never dream on lecturing someone on the way that they had to think, act, or vote.
Perfect.
And I don't do it.
Good. More business owners need to be like that.
I mean, it's okay to be passionate about it, but when it's all these other things, it's not good.
Right.
It's just not good. Yeah. Okay. Let us talk about, this is from Century 21, saving money.
I love to save money.
45% of Americans have no savings at all. 58% of Americans have less than $5,000 in savings. 69% of Americans saved less than $1,000 in 2019. 54% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 61% of Americans cannot pay for an emergency. And 1 in 3 Americans have saved zero for retirement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's very telling.
That's scary.
And very scary.
Yeah.
So, how about Gen Z? How do they afford buying homes?
They borrow money from dad.
Probably. They're the people from 19 to 26 years old.
Definitely dad. And mom.
But the home ownership rate of Gen Zers is higher than it was for their predecessors at the same age.
Really?
They comprise only 3% of home buyers, and this is according to the National Association of Realtors. They're eager to buy a home despite market challenges, and there have been a lot of those challenges in the recent past. Higher interest rates, price appreciation. So it seems there was a lot stacked against somebody in this age group. 87% of Gen Zers view homeownership as an important factor in building wealth. 65% said they're eager to jump into homeownership, preferably within the next 5 years. They're just starting out in their careers.
Right. Well, the people I see, the young ones that are buying homes are usually very bright and they're very handy, and they see a lot of potential. Everything that you said, they're a lot of potential and they're optimistic. They're independent.
Yes, and they have actually learned from the missteps of millennials, the people before them. And that's good because a lot of people don't usually learn from the missteps of another, right? We have to often find out ourselves.
I got to make my own mistakes. Thank you very much.
Among millennials, 61% blame their student debt as the reason why their home buying is delayed.
How many times have we seen people wanting to buy a home that can't buy it because the student debt is killing their income to debt ratio? They're just crushed. I mean, they have these loans you had your loans, you paid them for 10 or 15 years, didn't you?
Yes. A long time. I never thought I'd see the end.
I went to Brooklyn College. It was $500 a semester when I went to college. And I thought that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, but it was a city college. And I have to question the value. They're charging $90,000, $100,000 a year for a college education. Where's the value in that? To get an undergraduate, a diploma?
Well, most people these days go on to graduate school.
Oh, good. And then there's another $100,000 a year on top of that.
Right. Yeah.
Unbelievable. No, I don't know if
There's
it's worth
a lot
it.
of them are coming out saddled with
So many
death.
people. I was in the supermarket yesterday and I was talking to someone and their son, he's an apprentice electrician with the union and he's in 3 years. And a year or two, he'll get his union card and then the kid will be making a lot of money and he never went to college. And college isn't for everybody.
No, an electrician is
Electricians, plumbers,
right.
all of the trades, they will always
Have work.
have work, and those guys are recession proof.
Right. I was just going to say recession proof.
Doesn't matter what the economy's doing. You always need, if your heat goes out, you need the plumber. If your lights go out, you need the electrician. Your roof leaks, you need a roofer. These things are, and there's a lot of honor and a lot of pride in having that trade and being able to do that and being a craftsman. It's very rewarding.
Very. Right. So getting back to NAR and their study, they said that the Gen Zers are willing to move back with mom and dad to save money, right? That's one of the things
I'm moving
that they're
away, and I'm not telling them where I'm
they're
going.
bypassing their high rent costs, and so they get to save money while doing so, right? Yeah. They utilize loan alternatives such as FHA, first-time homebuyer grants, and down payment assistance programs. They receive financial gifts from their family members and inheritances. They make compromises on their home purchase. They're willing to make concessions.
Life is full of compromises.
Such as price, location, and size. And they co-buy. They're willing to co-buy with family or friends. I don't know if that's such a good
slippery
idea.
Slope.
That is
we've been down that road, and I don't.
There's always somebody that's left with more work.
Yes, absolutely.
Labor, work,
yes,
problems, situations than the partner usually. And another way Gen Zers are saving money on home buying is they're willing to seek out more affordable markets. So they're
like Scranton.
Yeah. So and that is affordable.
Absolutely.
Scranton is more affordable than a lot of different areas. So researchers show that Gen Zers who earn $63,000 or less are most likely to purchase homes in cities where properties are priced below $165,000, like Pittsburgh and Scranton, and Pittsburgh is the 8th most popular Gen Z hotspot.
Yeah. Our niece went to school out there. She loved it. She loved it.
We've never been to Pittsburgh.
No, City of Bridges, right? Is that what they call it?
Yes.
All the bridges all over the place?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's nice. I like it.
Here are the top Gen Z home buying hotspots. Indianapolis, Carmel, Anderson is 1. 2 is St. Louis. 3 is Cincinnati. 4 is Jacksonville. 5 is Virginia Beach, Norfolk, Newport News, and North Carolina. 6 is Kansas City, Missouri. And 7, Minneapolis.
Too cold.
St. Paul, Bloomington, Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Too cold.
8, Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Not bad.
Nice.
Gives you an idea of what's going on there and what to look for. And recent home buyers saved for 5 years on average. So, people that just bought a home save for 5 years. The current prospective buyers have been saving, so these are the people in the market right now, 4.63 years, so almost 5 years. This is a survey by Apartment Therapy. 68% of recent buyers had a budget of less than $500,000, of which 71% could afford a single-family home. 34% had a budget of less than $300,000, of which 69% could afford a single-family home. Those who could not, and this is the way my brother started purchasing real estate, of those that can't afford a single-family home, they opted for a condo or...
Yep.
Yeah, so like a townhouse or a
Right.
condo.
Right.
And that's a great way to, as a young professional, to start out.
Okay.
Yeah, he lived outside D.C. and he bought something down there. It worked out well for him.
Good.
And then on average, recent buyers who were surveyed put down an average of 17.38% on their new home. 49% put down 10% or less of the purchase price. Even further, 28% only put down 5% or less. And there are a lot of 5% conventional loans. And
Right.
then if you go FHA,
If you go back 5
It's
years,
less than that.
5% would be a lot less in dollar amount than it is today. I mean, the prices of homes have gone up so much, and the interest rates, hopefully interest rates come down, but time will tell, and we'll wait and see. But it's a different market than it was 5 years ago.
to save for their down payments and closing costs, 83% of all recent and prospective buyers said they used or are going to use their savings account. 31% opened a new high-yield savings account specifically for the purpose of home buying.
Right. You can't take a chance with the market with that kind of money.
With the money that they saved, they thought carefully about what they wanted and what a deal breaker would be for their new home. So when looking at their homes, they looked at 80% wanted the layout to be just right. 68% wanted natural light. That's a huge. And also size of rooms was a major concern. There must-have features.
A garage.
Yes,
A
that was
garage.
number two.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
I grew up in Brooklyn. We had garage envy growing up. No one had a garage in the neighborhood I was from. I remember I walked into a garage. My brother had rented a space. I walked into the garage. I was like, wow, this is great.
Well, because you didn't have
No,
many
you didn't
out
have
there.
one. You didn't have a place to do anything. Laying out in the street, working on your car. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Number one was laundry, but number two is a garage and or parking space, right?
Parking is
so usually,
essential.
usually people want a driveway or a carport.
The city dwellers, you have no idea. Either one of you. Well, you grew up in Philly.
Philly, yeah. I walked eight, nine blocks for a parking spot.
And then, God forbid, you were out with your friends and you come home and you forget where the car is. And I have walked the neighborhood looking for my car.
Where's my car?
Yeah, that was long before we had these little key fobs that we could set off the alarm and then find it.
Waste a half hour looking for the car.
Yeah.
Weren't we in Las Vegas in a car?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it.
So one of the things we do now is where do we park our car? And neither one of us drink, so we don't have that to blame.
We don't have that to blame.
It's just getting old.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, that huge. It was huge.
Yeah, it was like we're on like the 15th story of this garage.
Yeah, it was like,
and we were walking out. We were staying at the Flamingo.
Yeah,
That's right.
I remember.
So we had
probably
a white car. Who doesn't have a white car?
There was 8,000 white cars in Las Vegas.
Right. So and we're like, we don't know where this is. So Pat had my keys and he used my fob for my car at home. And he let the alarm off and this car went and we walked up to the car. This is not the car. It was like chirping, but it
worked on the car.
My car fob
No,
from
this is 20 some odd years. This isn't.
Worked on a car in this garage.
Yeah, well, there's only a limited, those things transmit on frequencies. There's only a limited number of frequencies available out there. So,
this was 25 years ago.
Yeah, you're going to be able to unlock someone else's car
we did.
somewhere.
We went to the wrong car. It was like, this is bizarre, man.
Right.
Yeah. I was appalled.
Yeah. But the moral of the story, long and short of it, we found the car.
Oh, good.
Eventually we found the car.
Eventually we found the car.
After a little bit of, she wasn't annoyed at me or anything.
No, sure, not in the
She
least.
was happy as a clam, let me tell you. Oh dear, I
don't
am so
recall
grateful.
that specific
I am
moment.
so grateful we found the car. You are such a smart man.
What other fiction do you have?
Yeah, I do. I have plenty. I'm going to write a book.
DC could see right through.
I'm going to write a book.
Right. I would say, okay, so do you want to know what the buyer's deal breakers were?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one, if a house needed a lot of updates. Today's home buyer doesn't want to deal with that.
Okay.
Number two, being located on a busy street.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the noise is something you can never get away from.
Yeah, these were deal breakers. Three, lacking natural light.
Okay.
4, no garage, lacking
No
a garage or
yeah.
parking or laundry.
Okay.
And notably, this is noteworthy here, 100% of the respondents didn't concede on any of these disqualifiers. Once in a while, when we're working with buyers, we get must-have. So, we say, what would you like? What would you want to have? What do you absolutely not want to deal with? Break it up in 3 columns and, I have to have blah, 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 blah. And oftentimes, I only want a 1-story. And a lot of times as
You're looking
their
around,
search,
there's only two stories. Yeah, one
right. As long as that 2-story has a bedroom on the first floor, that's a concession. And they're okay. Right. They're willing to accept it, right? But these, they were not. So overall, the survey found that recent home buyers looked at an average of 10 properties, made an average of 2 offers before one was accepted, and took an average of 7.5 months to find their new home. Interesting, right?
Nice. Yes. All right.
Or Industries is your local insulation contractor and energy saving expert, and they happen to be our sponsor this week. When it comes to insulators in Northeast PA, Or Industries strives to stand out from the rest. A consistent dedication to excellence sets them apart from other insulation contractors. They provide attentive service and top products for each customer. Their highly trained insulation installers use the industry's leading products for every retrofit project, new construction build, and commercial job. Or Industries' aim is 100% customer satisfaction, and they never settle for anything less. Choose Or Industries for your next insulation, waterproofing, or gutter installation project. Call 5703-823046 or visit orindustries.com.
Yes. We have a lovely 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 4 Hazel Street in Tunkhannock for only $175,000. This is a ranch-style home. That's 1-floor living. It's in the historic town of Tunkhannock, and it's on a quiet, dead-end street. This 1,250-square-foot home is perfect for you if you're downsizing or you're buying your first home. The taxes are $2,600 a year. It has public water and sewer. There's plenty of off-street parking and a detached large 1-car garage. This home is in move-in condition, and it won't last long at this price. That's a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home at 4 Hazel Street in Tunkhannock for $175,000, and that's listed by Sherry Hoban of our office.
Keep with us. The Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back shortly. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com. That's JRUDDY.com or call 570-344-6724. Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, where dreams find their address. We're back in action, Pat.
Oh, we're back.
This is the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, Phil, realtor.
And we're doing it this week.
And
Me, us,
DC
just us
Taylor,
three.
yes,
Yeah.
our producer.
All right.
Thank you for joining us, DC.
Sure.
Right,
We would be
totally.
lost without you.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
my pleasure.
So if you think somebody would be a good guest for the show, or it's a topic we haven't covered, give us a call, and maybe we'll get you on the show.
Very good.
Very good.
We're always looking
we're
for-
always looking for local business owners, something interesting, maybe something we haven't covered before, but in the past 12 years, I think we've pretty much covered almost everything.
I think it's 14, Pat.
Wow. Been a long time.
Long time. Let's talk about yard space. What do people want?
A patio.
Lawn Starter conducted a survey, and the survey found that the desire for a large yard decreases with age.
Yes, because
But
then you have to cut the grass.
having yard space is a must.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. People 18 to 24 years old are twice as likely to want a big yard.
Yeah, they might have a kid or a dog or something like that.
Right.
Right.
Okay. More men than women said they prefer a large yard, over 10 acres.
As
Okay.
long as I don't have to cut the grass.
Adults over age 65, well, if you have 10 acres, you're going to have to do something.
I'm going to get some sheep and goats, and that's what I'm going to get.
Adults over age 65 were more likely to prefer a yard of a quarter-acre size or less. This makes sense considering the amount of upkeep required.
Right, I can always get Patty's Lawn Care to come and cut my grass.
Okay, but what do Americans want most in their dream backyard?
Nice patio or a deck, or I would say a pool is not at the top of the list.
Top of the list, fire pit.
Okay.
Second, garden. Third, pool. Fourth, outdoor dining area. Fifth, hot tub. Sixth, outdoor kitchen. That's just more for me to clean. No, thank you. Then an outdoor living space. So you're right, deck, patio
Right.
area.
Yeah,
like
a grilling
we have.
space, yeah.
Greenhouse. I would love a greenhouse. Tree house. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Playground, of course, when there's kiddos running around.
Absolutely.
And an accessory dwelling unit.
Oh, the pool house for mom and dad when they come and visit.
Or the spouse house.
The spouse. Well, the she shed. The she shed.
Classic.
Yeah.
I'll
All
go to
right.
the garage. You go to the she shed. We'll have a good time.
Yeah. All right. Pat, would you like to review a listing?
Yes. So you're looking for a place to build your dream home? Well, we might have it. We have a 1-acre piece of land at 137 Ackley Road in Glenburn for $70,000. This land is right across from the baseball field, and there's that walking trails they have. That's right behind the property, so nobody can build behind you. This lot is 170 by 220, and it's in the desirable Abington Heights School District and very close to Route 11. This land has been perked, and the test is on file with the municipality. That's a 1-acre lot at 137 Ackerley Road in Glenburn for $70,000. That's listed by Amanda Rudis of our office.
A very happy, bright, Merry Christmas to all. We're back in next Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m. for more Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 The Talker.